this lesson, I'm going to go over how you would grade an assignment that you created for your students to turn something in. The example I'm going to use is where I had students actually cut and paste code that they had written separately and then allowed me to grade it. And so when I click on the assignment, it shows me what the assignment was, and it tells me up here on the right hand side how many students have actually submitted the assignment. And so based on obviously how many kids you have in the class, that number will vary. I can also see when it was available and when it was due. So again, it could remind me of when the due date was of that assignment. So I can go to this link here, and here's my students, and here are their different assignments. So if I go to grade, this window opens up, and it gives me an option to, based on what I set the point value to be, I can assign them a grade. So either 10 out of 10 or 0 out of 10 or something in between. And then I can write them a little note. And then they'll be notified that their assignment has been graded. So it tells me who the name was, so here's a sample. And so I could let's say 10 out of 10, good job, save and show the next. So here's the next student, and they did well and gave them a short little, good job type of thing. And then here is their assignment. And the nice thing about the way Moodle is structured is that when I have an assignment such as have them cut and paste information, I can see it right there, and I can just look at it, see if it's correct, then provide the grade, and then save and show the next. And I can keep doing that with all of my different students until I'm done. And then when I'm done, those grades are automatically saved. If I go back then to my course, and I go to my grade book, here's that coding exercise. Those grades are automatically put in. So as I'm grading, it's automatically being put into my grade book. So as long as I'm keeping everything organized and doing things in a particular order, such as creating an assignment, having the students turn it in, and then grading it, everything will go into the book properly. If I give them an offline assignment where they have to actually fill something out on paper and then turn it into me, and then I want to go create an assignment later, it's a couple extra steps, because now I have to create an assignment in Moodle that's offline, which would be, if I turn editing on, an offline activity, and then it would create something in the grade book, and then I have to go into that and add those grades later. So it's all depending on the preference and what meets your course's needs the best. This process also works if they upload a single file or even multiple files. You would still, similar to this setup, instead of seeing the information down here, you would actually see a link to the file that they uploaded that you can then just open right there and look at, and without having to close this and keep going on to the next student. So this is a very efficient way of grading and having students turn in assignments. It eliminates the need for paper and allows you to keep everything online. It also will tell you and track, let me go back into that actually. It will also tell me when I actually did the grading, and it will also show when they actually turned in their assignment. So I can see, make sure that everything is up to date about when they actually are doing stuff, if they're late or if they're on time, and when am I getting my grading done. And I can see, making sure that I'm meeting the students' needs of giving them feedback in the appropriate amount of time.